everyone, Kat here, your favorite ginger bibliophile. I hope you're all doing really well, and I hope you're in the mood for the usual Monday Grimm tale, because that's what I've got for you today. It's another one that I haven't read yet. I read a similar one of their sister, but today's tale is Clever Hans. And if that's not your thing, don't worry, check the description box down below, and I've got the playlist for all the animals and all the other like horror and comedy and all the fun bookish stuff. And if we're lucky, we'll get some puppy visitors, though Big Girl is sleeping behind me on the hardwood behind the couch, and Little Man is still exhausted from his paw bath post, security guard. Ah! And I've got a hair in my lipstick. And of course, I had to change the background because it's Don't Die July, plus it's almost Summerween, and it's time for some spooky. So we gonna get into it and have some fun with it, and hopefully this will be a good one because last week's tale was a bit of a dud. And if I get thirsty, sorry, but I've got my really cool mug and one of my favorite teas. It's the blackberry citrus from Bigelow, but it doesn't have quite enough citrus, but that's okay because I'm not really supposed to have that much sugar anyway. So I sweetened it up with just a splash of lemonade. So now it's just blackberry lemonade basically, but warm because it's slightly chilly in here. But if I step outside, I'll like burn to a crisp and be dying of heat stroke in like 2 minutes. So, shall we get into tale number 32 out of the book? Where are you going, Hans? His mother asked. To Gretel's, Hans replied. Wait, since when are they not living together? Take care, Hans. Don't worry. Goodbye, Mother. Hans arrived at Gretel's place. Good day, Gretel. Good day, Hans. Have you brought me anything nice? Well, I mean, what's the point of brothers otherwise? Didn't bring anything. Want something from you. Yep, that's her brother. Gretel gave him a needle. Goodbye, Gretel. Goodbye, Hans. Hans took the needle, stuck it into the hay wagon, and walked home behind the wagon. This is feeling kind of weird. Good evening, Mother. Good evening, Hans. Where have you been? At Gretel's. And what did you bring her? Didn't bring her a thing. Got something. What did Gretel give you? Got a needle. Which, never mind. I thought I had one in my little kit here from when I do my cross stitches streams on Saturdays, but no, that's stuck into the little cross stitch. Where did you put the needle, Hans? Stuck it in a hay wagon. That was stupid of you, Hans. You should have stuck it in your sleeve. Doesn't matter. I'll do better next time. He is very, like, short and weird with his responses, isn't he? Where are you going, Hans? To Gretel's, Mother. Take care, Hans. Don't worry. Goodbye, Mother. Hans arrived at Gretel's place. Good day, Gretel. Good day, Hans. Have you brought me anything nice? Didn't bring you anything. Want something from you. Gretel gave Hans a knife. Goodbye, Gretel. Goodbye, Hans. Hans took the knife and stuck it in his sleeve and went home. I was afraid that's what he was going to do, and that's what he did. Good evening, Mother. Good evening, Hans. Where have you been? At Gretel's. What did you bring her? Didn't bring her a thing. Got something. What did Gretel give you? Got a knife. Where'd you put the knife, Hans? Stuck it in my sleeve. That was stupid of you, Hans. You should have put it in your pocket. Doesn't matter. I'll do better next time. Oh God, what's he gonna put in his pocket? Where are you going, Hans? To Gretel's, Mother. Take care, Hans. Don't worry. Goodbye, Mother. Hans arrived at Gretel's place again. Good day, Gretel. Good day, Hans. Have you brought me anything nice? Didn't bring anything. Want something from you. Gretel gave Hans a kid goat. I don't know how he's gonna fit that in his pocket. Unless it's a super little kitty size goat. Goodbye, Gretel. Goodbye, Hans. Hans took the goat, tied its legs together, and stuck it in his pocket. By the time he got home, the goat had suffocated. Oh, poor goat. I thought they said this was clever, Hans. Mama should have dropped him off a cliff at this point. Because weren't they unable to like feed their children and they let the idiot one live now, apparently? Good evening, Mother. Good evening, Hans. Where have you been? At Gretel's. What'd you bring her? Didn't bring anything. Got something. What did Gretel give you? Got a goat. Where'd you put the goat? Stuck it in my pocket. That was stupid of you, Hans. You should have tied the goat to a rope. Doesn't matter. I'll do better next time. Where are you going, Hans? To Gretel's, Mother. Take care, Hans. Don't worry. Goodbye, Mother. Yeah, I don't even have to look at it. I know this now. It's very repetitive. Hans arrived at Gretel's. Good day, Gretel. Good day, Hans. What if have you brought me anything nice? Didn't bring you anything. Want something from you. Gretel gave Hans a piece of bacon. Hans took the bacon, tied it to a rope, and dragged it along behind him. The dogs came and ate the bacon. By the time Hans arrived home, he had the rope in his hands, but nothing attached to it anymore. Well, I mean, it is bacon. And he was ruining it, covering it in dirt. Good evening, Mother. Good evening, Hans. Where have you been? At Gretel's. Did you bring anything? Didn't bring anything. Got something. What did Gretel give you? Got a piece of bacon. What have you done with the bacon, Hans? Tied it to a rope, dragged it home. Dogs got it. That was stupid of you, Hans. You should have carried the bacon on your head. Doesn't matter. I'll do better next time. Willie, though, I'm almost embarrassed to keep reading this as it's so flippin' repetitive, but I just keep wanting to know how stupid he can get. The title might have been misleading. Where are you going, Hans? To Gretel's, Mother. Take care, Hans. Don't worry. Goodbye, Mother. Goodbye, Hans. Hans arrived at Gretel's place. Good day, Gretel. Good day, Hans. Have you brought me anything nice? Didn't bring anything. Want something from you. Gretel gave Hans a calf. Unfortunately, it's not going to do what I want it to because there's one more stanza after this. So it's not going to crush him as he deserves for carrying a calf on his head. And you know that's what he's going to do. Yep. Hans took the calf, set it on his head, and the calf kicked him in his face. He deserved that. Good evening, Mother. Good evening, Hans. Where have you been? At Gretel's. What'd you bring her? Nothing. Got something. What'd she give you? She gave me a calf. What have you done with the calf? I put it on my head. It kicked me in the face. That was stupid of you, Hans. You should have led the calf to the stable and put it in the stall. Doesn't matter. I'll do better next time. Where are you going, Hans? To Gretel's, Mother. Goodbye, Hans. Don't worry. Goodbye, Mother. Goodbye, Hans. Hans arrived at Gretel's place. Good day, Gretel. Good day, Hans. Have you brought me anything nice? Didn't bring anything. Want something from you. I'll come along with you, Gretel said. She's learning. Hans took Gretel, put a rope around her. Oh gosh. Led her to the stable, tied her to a stall, and threw her some grass. Then he went to his mother. Why did she let him do that? Oh god. Good evening, Mother. Good evening, Hans. Where have you been? At Gretel's. What did you bring her? Didn't bring her a thing. What did Gretel give you? Got nothing. She came along. Where have you left Gretel? Led her by a rope and tied her up in the stall and threw her some grass. That was stupid of you, Hans. You should have thrown friendly looks at her with the eyes. Or, what in the Alabama is going on? Hans went to the stable, cut out the eyes of all the cows and sheep, and threw them in Gretel's face. Wow. Then Gretel got angry, tore herself loose, and ran away. That was how Hans lost his bride. So he was supposed to marry his sister, who was smart enough to run away and dumb enough to keep letting him come back. Yeah, both the women in this story should have done something about that idiot. Clearly, he cannot learn. He can take directions, but he can't learn. That was. I feel sorry for the animals, though. That was a messed up ending, but oh my gosh. Um, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that hot mess, and I'll see you next week with another one that's hopefully less repetitive, but still entertaining. Until next time, bye. Happy reading.